A very happy morning, my dear children. Today we are going to study the poem The Sailor, composed by Rabindranath Tagore. Yesterday I had explained you about the theme, about the narration of the story through the PPT. Today we are going to study the poem through text. Okay, so in this poem we are going to talk about a child who is highly imaginative. See, children, you are also at times very imaginative. Most often, when you people watch a movie related to a superhero like Crash, like Spider Man, you people also start behaving like that fellow. And you want to dress up like him, you want to do activities like him, you want to help the people who are in trouble like him, you want to do adventurous activities like him. So just want to say that you want to imitate him completely in all the senses. Similarly, here the boy wants to explore the fairyland in his imagination. Just looking at a boat is really extraordinary that just by looking at the boat, simple boat, he wants to explore the fairyland. The child is highly imaginative, and that is why he does not want to sail in the market but wants to explore the world like a prince. He doesn't want to live the ordinary life of a man, but he wants to do all the adventures that are experienced by a prince. The child wants to visit all the places that he has heard of in a fairy tale. See, children, your grandparents also might tell you some stories, and these stories take place in some fairy land, in some magical land. So, similarly, he might have also heard the stories that tell about the fairy lands. He also wants to go to those fairy lands. He wants to experience the magic, the fun, the adventure of those lands. So, all these things prove that the child is very imaginative. Second thing, see in this illustration, you find two boys. So, one is for sure the same child who wants to explore the fairylands. Who is the another child? As we recited the poem yesterday, in this poem there was a line that he would take his friend with him, Ashu. I shall take my friend Ashu with me. So you can think that this first person is the speaker and second person is his friend Ashu. See, it is always advised that whenever you go out for a trip, take somebody along with you, because a company of a friend, of a close friend, can make this trip even more interesting. Why? Because you would be able to share your experience, you would be able to share your fun, you would be able to share your feelings of the trip with your friend. And these all things will make your trip more adventurous, more full of fun, and more exciting. So now let's move towards the text of the poem. See, the poem has been composed by Rabindranath Tagore. What is our first stanza? The first stanza says, the boat of the boatman Madhu is moored at the wharf of Rajganj. It is uselessly laden with jute and has been lying there idle for ever so long. See the highlighted ones, not the these not the bracket ones. These bracket ones are the meanings of those words, my dear students. You people will write all these meanings in your book. Please jot down all the word meanings in your book. The boat of the boatman Madhu. Now we know that there is a boatman, and what is his name? His name is Madhu. The boat of the boatman Madhu. So this line clearly tells us that there is a boatman and his name is Madhu. Madhu's boat is moored. Moored means Tide. Mood means tide at the wharf. Wharf is a place for boats to stop. You people might have seen near a river bank, people with the help of a hook tie their boats at one place. So similarly, this is also a place, wharf is a place at Rajganj where boatmen tie their boats when the boats are not in use. So this boat has also been tied at the bank of a river, that is Rajganj. So what is the name of the river? Rajganj. And who is the boatman? Madhu. The boat belongs to Madhu. So this boat of Madhu has been tied at the bank of a river in Rajganj. It is uselessly laden. Laden means loaded with jute. What is kept there in this boat? It is loaded with what? Jute. Loaded means jute is kept in this boat. What is jute? Jute is rough fiber used for making twin and rope or woven into sacking or matting. Okay, jute is a kind of fiber. Jute bags also you people might have seen. So it is uselessly laden. Why is he saying uselessly laden? Because I think he might have seen this boat for long, for many days, standing at one place in which the jute is kept. So he thinks that the boat is means the precious time of this boat's life is being wasted by making it stand at a boat. So he thinks that why not this boat should be used for some adventures, for some fun activity. Forever so long. Forever so long means it is standing there for very long time. So understood? So the first stanza says that the boat of boatman Madhu is tied at the bank of the river of Rajganj. It is uselessly laden with the jute and has been lying there idle for ever so long. What is kept in that boat? Jute is kept in that boat and it is tied at the bank of the river, and for long the child is seeing that this boat is not in movement. It is lying at the bank of the river. He thinks that it is just a wastage of time for by tying the boat at the bank. This boat can be used for some more wonderful purposes. So now let's move towards next stanza. If he would lend me his boat, I should man her with 100 oars and host sails 5 or 6 or 7. He would only lend. Lend means give on rent. See, this boat is not owned by the boy. This boat belongs to Madhu. So, what is he saying? If he would only lend me his boat. If he would means he who? He is here, Madhu. If Madhu would only give his boat on rent to the child. Now, what if he will get this boat, then what arrangements he would make? See, I should man her. Her here, her means boat. I should man her. This boy is saying that he would move her or he would crew her. He would be in charge of the boat with 100 oars. Oars means pole with flat blade used to row a boat. See this. These are what? These sticks. Oars. Okay. At one end they have a very thin piece of flat wood. Okay, so these are oars. What is he saying? That I should man. That he's saying he would move it. Her means boat with 100 oars. What arrangements he will do? He will put 100 oars in this boat. And host. Host means raise something by means of ropes. Means with the help of rope he would raise something. Sails, the large sheet of canvas that is fastened to a pole. You people might have seen the boats. If you have visited some river, you people have gone to Goa, if you people have gone to see some ocean, Nainital, you people might have seen there are two, three types of boats over there. There are some boats that have some canvas tied at one corner of the boat that helps to control the wind movement. Okay, so what he will do, he will raise something by means of ropes. And what is this? The large sheet of canvas that is fastened to poles. Five or six or seven. How many sails he will raise? He will raise almost five, six, or seven sails. Means how many, in how many numbers? Five, six, or seven. So, what arrangements he will do? Before sailing in this boat? He will take 100 oars. He will host what? Sail. And these sail also will not be only one. They will be in five, six, or seven numbers. Hope it is clear to you all. Now let's move to stanza 3. I should never steer her to stupid markets. I should sail the seven seas and the 13 rivers of fairy land. I should never steer means take the ship to steering. As I told you yesterday, steering you people might have seen in your papa's car too. Okay, so when we move the steering in right direction, the car starts moving to right. When we keep the steering straight, it moves in a straight direction. And when we have to take a left turn, we have to turn the steering in left direction. Okay, so he's saying I should never steer to her to stupid market. Now it is, the steering is in whose hand? It is in the hands of the driver. Okay, here in the boat it is in the hand of the sailor. So now it's up to the sailor, up to the driver, that in which direction he wants to drive the car, in which direction he wants to sail his boat. So similarly he's saying that I should never steer, I will means he would never take the ship to her means here her again boat, to stupid markets. Her has been used for what? Her has been used for boat, to stupid markets. Now, why is he saying stupid markets? I have seen children. See, when you people go to market along with your parents for some household shopping, okay, what happens? You start feeling so bored. And as soon as your parents say that they will buy a toy for you people, you feel so excited and you let them do their work comfortably because you will get a toy. Okay, so markets, doing shopping is not an interesting factor for children. Okay, children don't find it very interesting because these markets are related to what? These markets are related to money, these markets are related to business. These markets are related to unnecessary noise, chaos, mayhem. Okay, so he doesn't want to go to any market because for a child, these businesses, this money, this chaos is completely uninteresting. While exploring a fairy land can give him a lifetime experience that he can never forget. So he's saying that he would never take his boat to the stupid markets. I should sail the seven seas. Where he would go? He would go to the seven seas. Seven seas. I told you yesterday it is a term that is used in Bengali fairy lands to express a distance that is quite far. Now, seven seas. What are the seven seas? The Mediterranean Sea, the Black Sea, the Aegean Sea, the Red Sea, the Arctic Sea, the Persian Gulf, Arabian Sea. So, all these seven seas. See, children, I told you yesterday also that we cannot even see one ocean, one sea in one glance. Just think about crossing the seven seas. It is not possible for a child. It cannot happen in reality that a child can sail through seven seas. It can only happen in imagination. He's saying that he would sail the seven seas and 13 rivers of fairyland. So he not only sees, he's saying he's planning to go across the 13 rivers of fairyland. But mother, you won't weep for me in a corner. Now, what is he imagining? That when he will go out of his home for this voyage, what will happen? His mother will feel very sad. She will sit in a corner of the house and start crying because his son is going on a sea journey. See, children, but mother, you won't weep for me in a corner. I am not going into the forest like Ramchandra to come back only after 14 years. See, children, you are lucky that to have the real experience to relate this poem with Ramayana, Ramchand's life. Nowadays, what is being telecasted over on TV, on DD channel, that is Ramayana. So you can watch there also that when Ramayana was sent for exile for 14 years, what happened? His mother started crying, Kaushalya, fiercely. She cried bitterly. So he's saying that similarly, your mother, you please don't cry sitting in a corner that your child is going for a sea journey. I'm not going into the forest like Ramchandra. He's trying to convince his mother that, oh my dear mother, please don't cry. Why? Because he was not going to forest for 14 years exile like Ramchandra did. Ramchandra, the king or lord or Ram of Ayodhya, to come back only after 14 years. And after how many years he came back to Ayodhya? 14 years. It was 14 years long exile for Ram. Okay, so he is saying that he is not going for so long. He would be back soon. So there is no need to cry. My dear children, today that's all. Half of the poem we will be doing tomorrow. Now, what you people have to do on the basis of this reading of this part of the poem, I have prepared some of the questions for you people. You people have to answer these questions in your practice notebook. Why does the poet think that Madhu's boat is uselessly laden? Where is Madhu's boat moored? How is the poet different from Madhu? Do you think that the poet will be able to do all that he proposes to do? Why? Why does the poet say that he will not be like Ramchandra? Now, what you people have to do, write all the word meanings in your book and answer the questions in your practice notebook. Please, children, you don't read these instructions. Please read it carefully. You have to write all the word meanings in your book as you do in the class. I have written all the word meanings in bracket. Please copy down these word meanings in your book. Whenever we will meet, I will see that you have written all the word meanings in your book. Okay, and then what you have to do, you have to answer these questions in your practice notebook. I will be discussing tomorrow. Thank you. Have a nice day.